What's up, fellas? Since the college baseball season is now underway, I want to talk about someone who caught my eye the other day. I saw a series of tweets about some kid named Brody Brecht. Normally, when someone strikes out 10 guys in a game, it isn't really uncommon, but it's very rare that someone is given an 80 grade on one pitch, and then a 70 grade on another pitch. Oh, and by the way, his 80 grade pitch is a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. It intrigued me to say the very least. After doing some digging, there is a lot Brody Brecht can teach everyone about pitching, so let's get into it. The first thing I like to talk about is his background. Brecht is a multiple sport athlete. He plays both football and baseball at the University of Iowa. Being a Division I wide receiver requires one heck of a lot of athleticism. That athleticism plays a huge role in his ability to throw 100 miles an hour. Back squatting 350 pounds as a high school freshman is very impressive, but what really caught my eye about Brecht was a 295-pound split jerk, as well as running a 4.45 40-yard dash in high school. Strength is important, but as it relates to pitching velocity, it's not the most important. The ability to recruit strength in a ballistic manner is super important. For example, you can squat 350 pounds, but without speed to complement your strength, you might only be able to use half of your absolute strength in an athletic manner. Most lifts like bench press, squat, and deadlift don't recruit a whole lot of motor units. Movements like Olympic lifts and sprints use a lot of motor units. When it comes to an explosive full body movement like pitching, training to recruit the most amount of motor units in the throw is crucial. That's where I believe Brecht's background benefits him the most, playing a position in football that developed his elite athleticism. Another benefit that comes from Brecht's background as a multi-sport athlete is that he has very natural mechanics. What I mean by natural mechanics is that nothing looks forced or looks like it could have been caused by overcoaching. How most pitchers are ruined, in my opinion, is through overcoaching. Because Brecht played two sports that have opposite seasons of each other, he had less exposure to pitching instruction compared to someone who played baseball year-round. That isn't a bad thing. In fact, it's a blessing in disguise. That gave him the best chance for his mechanics to be molded by his environment, which, by the way, football players can throw a baseball pretty darn well, mainly due to the efficient throwing mechanics that are associated with throwing a football. The last thing I'd like to point out is Brecht's mechanics. Like I previously said, Brecht has a very natural and fluid set of mechanics, which helps combat the urge to muscle up in the throw. But since I'd like to stir the pot, I like to point out that Brecht throws over 100 miles an hour with a quote-unquote bad lower body. I mean, just look at it. His lead leg opens way too early. He needs to keep that closed longer. He could probably throw harder if he stayed closed longer. Alright, I'm done being sarcastic. This lead leg pattern might be wrong to most coaches, but I think it's one of the reasons why he throws so hard. I mean, there's some guy named Justin Verlander who does it, and he's pretty good. And why does his former flame-throwing teammate, Joel Zumaya, do the same? Some guy in the Phillies named Zach Wheeler does it as well. He's pretty good. As well as someone like Kelvin Herrera. Also, javelin throwers exhibit the same lead leg pattern. Why this matters is that the lead leg pattern can help individuals that utilize a linear drive to help drive the throw. Also, since Brecht was a former outfielder, take a look at his footwork from the outfield. Most outfielders will use this lead leg pattern due to the fact that it pairs well with a linear drive and allows them to move in a straight line much more efficiently. That's all for today. I believe Brody Brecht can be a special arm in the big leagues one day. But if he decides to go play in the NFL, don't be too surprised. He's a very rare athlete, so sit back and enjoy the Brody Brecht Show. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, take care everyone.